Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. We're doing something really fun. Something that, personally, I'm kind of excited for. So, welcome to Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster 2 specifically. We're going to be starting a new park. Aside from all these that we've been doing and whatnot. Okay, so we're doing a new park. I don't have any preference. Maybe temperate. So let me go ahead and break down exactly what we're doing. I have a notebook to the side of me that usually is filled with lyrics, but one night I got a little... what's the word? I had a vision. So what happened? What ended up being this vision was a theme park. Like sort of getting an idea for what I wanted to build. And I haven't played too much of Planet Coaster recently because I've been a little busy and the game hasn't really pulled me the way it used to. I feel like the game's a little thin. It doesn't have as many theme packs as I would like. Not everything from the first game has been ported into this one, so I've sort of just been waiting, sort of casually looking and being like, okay, yeah, once all that gets done, then maybe I'll head back to it. But I got this stroke of inspiration the other night. I think maybe this was like a week and a half ago or something. So I have this this image in my head of what I'm looking for in a theme park. And I'll go ahead and let me go ahead and take a picture of this and put it up on the screen. That's the first one, and then let me go ahead and get the park layout, because that was also one that I thought of. Alright, let me go ahead and send these to myself on Discord so I can share them. Let me crop these first, so that they're a bit clearer. Because that'll make a lot more sense if they're cropped. Discord. Send it here. Okay, perfect. We'll go ahead and get those, and I will bring them up on the screen. Link. Alright, so here's the first one. So we have this sight line in a way, and I'll show you sort of what the idea is with it. But I'll link here. So this is sort of the idea of a theme park that I was thinking of. I have a general idea for like a focal point coaster, and I really wanted to try and build that today more than anything else. So we have the entrance right down here, and it's going to split off into two directions. And for over here in particular, we have this pathway that crosses underneath a bunch of track. That's where this image comes in. Having this wooden coaster go up, down, and then you have this section where the track crosses over the pathway, creating this like boxed feel, almost like you're crossing into a new land. And so I sort of listed stuff out, but I really didn't know what I wanted to do more than that. I put one coaster here and I started putting another coaster, but I wasn't too happy with the concept, so I just sort of left it there, but I might go ahead and get rid of it. I don't know what we're putting here, and I don't know what we're putting here. This I want to be a lake of some sorts. I want to try doing live show audience, like raked seating. I don't really know what we're gonna do with that, but I would like to do like a water show if we can. I think that'd be kind of cool to program and to create. So that's sort of my thought process. That's my attempt at everything. And sadly tonight will not be a long stream. I have plans at 8:30 and I will need to be gone just before then. Alright, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and let's create the new park. It's a sandbox park. I don't want to worry about the power management. Oh, do I? No, I don't want to worry about the staff management, the guest management, the water, power management. All that stuff is kind of not my style. So for the park, we're going to call it... I don't know. What do we want to call it? The beginning entrance is going to be very Western themed. I don't know if we want to base off of that or as the idea as a whole. We could do like a Western ravine. No. I like Timber. Timber Town? No. Timber Falls? Timber Rapids? Let's try Timber Falls. That's not how you spell. Because what do I... In the image, I have a T and an R on the coaster. That was just sort of placeholder. It's based off of an RMC hybrid coaster that I saw that had something similar. I forget what coaster it is. I think it's like Iron Rattler or something that has a similar type of logo on it. But, point being, I think the name can probably be settled in a little bit later. But for now, this is what we're going to roll with. We'll figure it out as we go. But Timber Falls, or was it Timber Falls? Somehow I just forgot what the name was. Either way. Okay. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. This is actually perfect. I like that the entrance is centered here. Because that's pretty much what I was looking for. Okay, first things first, we're going to go ahead and pause it. Sorry, I'm making sure that everything is working at the moment. Give me just one quick second. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the audio for the music a little bit, just so that we can sort of have it on in the background. There we go, that should be a little better. Okay. Whoa, hello. There we go, now it's working. Alright, so I think probably the first part would be to... I want to paint the ground. Let's do... Hello, I wanted to push you up really far, not do that. Yeah, sure, this will work. Alright, so sort of shaping it to what I want the part to look like. Path that goes this way. Path that goes this way. I'm actually going to go ahead and redo that very quickly. So I want the trap. I want that to sort of go properly off this way. Go off this way. Let me take a look at my design again. I'm just have the notebook in front of me while I make this for now. Because I know... Okay, take that back. I'm actually going to go ahead and shrink this once again. Bring it back to normal. I'm just going to redo a lot of this. Okay, this should be a good starting point. It's almost like a U shape at the bottom. Okay, so we got all this area here. Yeah, let's say that's going to be the main area here. This path is going to offshoot this way. It's going to go straight back. This pathway is just going to offshoot this way. It's not really going to line up. It's not going to realign itself. I've got to flatten the ground here. I am hitting the flatten to... Oh, hang on. No, I am hitting the flatten to foundation button. What's up with that? I kind of want this whole mountain to go away. Oh, that's why the intensity is at 10 for some odd reason. Okay. Let's get rid of all this. Wait, what? Hello? Why is this not going in? I was sort of hoping that it would, like, work, but for some reason, this don't seem like it want to work. Why is that puddle not moving? What's wrong with you? What am I doing wrong? Oh, is it because I'm not using flattened surface? Nope, that shit ain't working either. Why is this puddle here? You know what? That's going to be the magical puddle of mystery. No one knows what it does. See, it is just here. Okay. So I have this design here for a coaster. It's a wooden coaster. Create custom. Dude, are you wooden? No, you're chain lift. That'll work too. Actually, I don't think so. There we go. want it this way. It's gonna be off the ground. It's gonna be decently in. I gotta figure out though, like, where this is going. So I don't want shops to interfere with it. How high is that? That's 14 meters in the air? Okay. We're gonna do a quick dive off. Maybe bring it to like yeah, around 20 degrees down. Is that facing it? Yeah, that's facing it. I'm gonna go ahead and get a testing thing going. I want to see how much speed we have going into this. Even though it should be a decent amount. I forgot we're paused. Alright, 20 miles per hour. Hang on, do I gotta fix some like graphical settings? Why is this game like already starting to give me issues? What's going on here? Display settings? Graphics, custom. I don't know, turn this all low, I guess, if it's really giving me issues. Animation off, ambient occlusion off, geometric detail low, wind low, rain low, atmosphere is off, water low. Man, why is this game running like dog shit? Whatever, this is something I'll have to figure out in my off time. Anyway, we're gonna take it up at a 25-degree angle. About. Yeah, because that's fun. That's great. It's incredible, even. Take it up to 50. About. Yeah. Yeah. I've got plans for the big old roller coaster. Because, okay, so the thing is, we have to pull up pretty early. This can't be a giant drop as we hoped, because the problem is we gotta bring it back up before it completely hits the ground. We got stores that are gonna be here that we can't collide with. Hey, what speed are we at? 60 miles. Nice. I'll take it. We're at 4.29 Gs. I'll figure that out when we get there. The idea for this is that it's a very airtime ejector hill type beat. So it's gonna be really long. Let me go ahead and refer back to my book here. What was I thinking? Just to have a turnaround? Okay, yeah, so it's just gonna have a regular turnaround here. I say regular, but in all honesty, it's gonna be pretty intense. Well, hello. Didn't mean to put you down. Are you turning? No, you're not turning. That's weird. Let's get the banking offset by 1. Actually, hang on. I want to see the stats for this. You are floating over that hill. Nah, you're... I'll have to figure that out. Let's see what I'm going to do. Banking offset. Give me just 1. This quite a bit as we go up. It's not entirely straight. If anything, it runs almost at like an angle. Where it's gonna dive underneath. Yeah, the drop track. Okay, 24 miles to go over. That's not a lot. This is a pretty big turnaround piece. I don't know how I'm feeling about it anymore. In all honesty, I really want this archway to be in the front. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it turn around behind it. Which means that this isn't going to turn this way. It's actually going to keep going as it turns in. Slightly go up. I'm just gonna keep going up. We'll start bringing it down already. Yeah, okay, now we got 35 miles. That's actually a lot better. Create some really good ejector airtime with these, like, bunny hills. Oh, this is straight, right? Nice, okay. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna do a turnaround underneath the chain lift. See if I can get this right. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Okay, we got a lot of negative G's on that second hill right here, which is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up quite a bit here. Oh, we're just colliding the track now? Okay. So no, there's really no getting around that, is there? I hope it's going to be able to make it through these. I'm not entirely sure if it will. I'm actually going to do something that I kind of wish I thought of earlier. Don't do that. Hang on. Rewind. I need to edit the track. I need this chain lift here. Chain lift speed is going to go up to 10 miles an hour. And I'm hoping now with that, we'll get more airtime over the hill. We'll get some stronger results. Overall, seeing Let's take a ride on this. I don't know if the ride camera's gonna look good. I don't know why my game's being really stuttery today. Okay, we're still floating over that hill, which is kind of nice. We're at 35 miles an hour. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep that going. Hang on. I don't know how well we're going to be able to keep that momentum through this all without like a second chain lift. My vision for this, hang on, we'll go ahead and we'll work on this now since we're here. Having like some drive tires that go back here. We just did that. We would need to do like another one. I did not tell you to do that yet. Okay, if we could respond, that'd be great. Thank you. I'll go this slightly.
I stayed up all night, wondering how to make it up to you.
What?
Thought about our
I didn't tell you to do that.
fight and the lack of words that I used. I never wanna
We'll do that, and then we'll do
feel
trim
like
brakes
I have
into it.
hurt you.
Maybe.
We've come so far, but I feel like I've lost you. This is my apology.
Where's the
Not good with words,
oh, I guess
as you
trim brakes
see.
don't bank offset. That's interesting.
Melodies would focus my thoughts and help you see my apology.
What on earth am I gonna do with this? So we're halfway over the path.
My thoughts, 'cause you never listened to what I felt. My stomach's in knots. That from now on the ice won't melt. I told this was a problem from both of us. But looking back now, I never made a fuss. This is my apology. I'm not good with words, as you see. I thought writing melodies would focus my thoughts second I could to understand. But maybe it was a mistake to reach out my hand. Oh, I thought we were closer after everything we've done. Looking back,
Whoa, hello. Don't do that.
I was the only one. This is my apology. Not good with words, as you see. I thought writing melodies.
As we go over the buildings, I'm gonna go ahead and bank this inwards, and then start to bring this down.
My apology.
Where are we in the shape of things? Okay, we're pretty good. Now I just need to aim this for the block section, which is kind of right in front of us, which is good. Now go ahead and autocomplete this. Don't do that, actually. Take that back. That's some trash design if I've ever seen it. Is it trim brakes? Which one do I want? Friction or trim? Trim brakes, I think, is what I'm looking for. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see if this actually runs, since we have not tested it yet. This would be a good time more than any to test. I love this game stopped being such a piece of dog shit. Maybe I'll try restarting? I don't know. Okay, top speed is 62. We're sort of gliding over, but it's not that interesting. This is where stuff starts to get interesting. And now we're sort of getting boring. Do I need to increase the height of this thing? Okay, we're at 11, 10. We really don't need the trims. We're just gonna roll into the station just fine. No results? Why? Bruh. I was sort of expecting results. I like how it doesn't even process any audio for the coaster. That's great. I don't even know why I bother. It's gonna be like a 3.8. 3.9. Okay, hang on. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. Max speed is 62 miles an hour. Average speed is 24.5. Biggest drop is 38.3. Maximum vertical G-forces is 4.93. Okay. Total airtime duration is 1.2 seconds. Okay. So that's sort of a huge problem, is we're not getting the airtime we need. So I've got two ways to go about this. One is we raise the entire coaster. Because this first section right here is not the floater airtime that I want it to be. Or even ejector airtime. So I'm thinking we kind of need to restart this hill from the ground up, in a way. Is there any way to move this up without getting kind of awkward? What's our new height now? 55? I'm gonna go ahead and smooth that out. I like that. I like that dip and then into. I think that'll work a lot better, and it won't be zooming into the chain lifts. Just think about boosting this to 13 miles an hour. Alright, next thing to do is to work on this. Smooth out the drop here, since it sort of took a turn. Nice. Okay, so that's done. Next things in order is to fix this. All this sort of needs to get smoothed out here. I need to be higher. Why are you going down? Okay. Let's give that a try, maybe. Nice. I want to see the results now off of this. Results are still the same, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to... Wow, holy crap. Okay, there's a lot that needs to get fixed about this now. First course of action is the sail actually needs to be brought up in the center if we want that airtime. The angle is just too shallow, I guess. Bring this up like that. And with that, I'm also going to go ahead and shrink this turn in. We don't need it as big, we don't need it as tall. first order of business is to bring this down. Bring this down. Like that. We're gonna go ahead and bring this over here. Okay. So we got a rough shape of it. Okay, let's start smoothing out this turn. Shrink this down to one piece, or to not to one piece, but to two pieces. So just in the context of those two pieces, we're gonna start straightening stuff out, not in the context of the thing overall. There it goes. Sorry, I was drinking water. Anyways. Because, okay, so... my problem lies with we've now got this giant space over here that we can't really fill. Okay, let's slow down for a second. Alright, perfect. Okay, 3.7 is not a bad number. Alright, that segment's boring. I'm taking it out. I'll tell you what's boring about it. I think the problem is we're thinking that these shops are going to be a lot bigger than they are. Let me go ahead and, just for the sake of us knowing, I'm going to put down like a random stock store. Facilities. Concept packs, I'm looking for, or no, scenery themes. I'm looking for Western. What? Why are there no scenery themes? Or why is there no Western theme? Am I losing my mind? Huh. Good to know, I guess. Western just doesn't exist. We do have Western pieces, right? Okay, we do. We just don't have... Okay, what? This is why I don't play this game anymore. Alright, whatever. Clear all filters. I just need a stand-in. For the time being, I just need a stand-in. How big is a resort restaurant? Yeah, this ain't huge.
Long restless nights,
Let's say that goes there.
working on songs, lost all my fights.
I'm sort of looking for more than just
Has gone wrong.
base store or base game stuff. Why is this all that's available? That's actually kind of upsetting. I'll be the first to admit my building, not that good. But this doesn't help the fact.
While moving on,
I guess maybe what I want to do is I want to bring in the pathway.
Hey, sushi.
Yeah, I don't really care. You're
want to
just standing.
all of the clocks.
Just getting to replace something way better.
I can be sure what's going on.
Just give me something else, man.
I don't understand. Chasing all my throws, a whiskey in my hand.
Okay, this is a good example of like something that I would do.
Isn't writing at all.
Which, okay, now that we have that layout in mind, let's go ahead and let's get back to the coaster and see how these are.
It's 1,000 times more meaningful.
How we can make these bends a little better.
All of the clocks.
First off, we can bring this down quite a bit more.
I can be strong.
That's a lot. We're gonna go ahead and bring that down. Okay. What if I want it a little steeper? Well, I'm gonna delete this for now. Are you kidding me? Bruh. What did I do wrong? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do something similar over here. I'm gonna get rid of this whole turn. Why are you not auto-connecting? Okay, that's a little better. I can get behind that. I think now this should carry a lot more energy through it. And it should, theoretically, have a bit higher stats. Alright, let's give it a try. Yes, I know there's no pathways. There's not supposed to be yet. Honestly, if this keeps happening, I'm just gonna go back to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I could not give less of a shit. Yeesh, someone's neck's getting snapped. We are blasting through these elements. Holy crap. 3.9. We were at 24 before, now we're at 45. Holy crap. Sheesh. I saw a 5 at the bottom, or at the first turnaround. We need to fix that. We should not be reaching 5 Gs. That's just nah. That's a huge no. .56? Really? That's all? Let me see the stats on these. Okay. I'll find a way on how to make these a little better. First things first, though, is I gotta fix that turn. No, it wasn't the laterals. Was it the verticals? It was the verticals, yeah. That should fix it. This hill's got to have a bit more ejector airtime to it. Go make the stuff more defined. You guys see a ride POV when done? Sure. Yeah, I gotta warn you though, the game's not running very well on my computer right now. I think next stream I'll have to reinstall it or something. I got it on an external hard drive. I don't know if that's causing the issues, but it's not running at 60 FPS right now. It's kind of confusing me. We're doing some tests. We're doing some. I need to see. Where was the excitement? The lowest. Okay, it was good right there. The turnaround here needs some work. This area needs some work too. Let's go ahead and let's raise that up to get more ejector airtime. Especially with how fast we're flying through these. I don't mind if we're raising them up. We can raise this up as well. Okay, let's go ahead and let's smooth that out. Hello. Don't do all that. Stay with me here for a second. Okay, now let's go ahead and fix this segment here. How do I skip? Can I skip? No, I can't. My stream deck's broken. Great.
Staring at my phone, hard to keep these thoughts.
Okay, this is another boring segment here.
Will I make it through my life today? The lonely nights get
Then we have a nice double down into the final break run.
even scarier as I sleep. The thoughts
I guess what we could do here is we can
drive me farther
take this one corner here and sort of bring it down.
to insanity.
It's kind of a weird move, but it works very well with RMC coasters. So maybe I'll sort of backwards engineer something like this. Okay, I think that's probably it. Let's go ahead and do a non-ride POV of this, just see where we're at with things. All right, time for the 20 FPS on-ride POV. I gotta fix that. Let's speed through the chain lift here. Alright, I'm watching the stats for this very quickly. I want to see where this goes. Okay, that's better. 3.95 is kind of interesting. Yeah, this is not. The FPS is really killing my vibe here. What? I don't know, man. I'm trying to fix it. But the coaster, pretty solid. It's a wild, it's a nice wild coaster.
Is it just a wooden coaster?
Yeah, just a wooden coaster. Okay, it's not like I was sort of looking for details on that. Thanks.
Start sliding my socks and shoes back on.
I spend my nights wide awake, asking just to take away this pain. When the sun comes up, there I lie, just wondering
Okay.
why I have to fight these sleepless nights.
We got a 5.8. That's pretty good. Not every moment on the ride can be fun. I think that's kind of a truth that I have to accept. Not every section is going to be bright green. But on the bright side, we've got a really good opening coaster here. I think from a point of view from back here, we're going to go into our little people cam here. Hang on. Work for me, please. That's a nice angle right there.
Just wondering why I have to fight
That's not what I want.
these
There we
sleepless nights.
Hello. Go back. Yeah, like just that POV alone already looks pretty impressive. Seeing once we get everything done and we get like all like the Western town theme spread throughout here, it's gonna look really nice. But unfortunately, I'm actually gonna punch a hole through my computer now because I've just lost all hope for this piece of garbage. Whew. That being said, unfortunately, we are gonna be ending here. I know this was a shorter stream. We only worked for an hour. Unfortunately, my schedule is just really busy at the moment. But starting next week, hopefully, we should be back on a more consistent schedule. And maybe we'll bump up the amount of streams again. But with that being said, I'm hoping that maybe if things go well, we might be getting a new upgraded setup by the end of 2025. That's neither here nor there. That's not proof in the pudding. But that would be an ideal that would just be an ideal outcome. So let's go and let's save park. Timber Falls. Yep. We will be working on this sometime soon. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning into today's live stream. I will be back on Monday, hopefully with a music stream. I got some work that I'm doing over the weekend, and hopefully it will be substantial. So, thank you everyone so much for tuning in, but unfortunately, I have to tune out. We're not going to be rating anyone, unfortunately. So, I highly recommend you go check out some other Planet Coaster streamers or some music-making streamers, I guess. And yeah, thank you all so much. I'll catch you all on Monday. Bye-bye.